Okay, hello guys, welcome back. This is the second part of this video. Remember, we are looking at share permission 0.01 share permission project. So this is the second part to this video. If you're coming across this, I will advise you look for and watch the first part of this video. So welcome back. We are going to go straight to what we have been working on, and that will be we stop at task 8 and this is task 9, so we will start working on this immediately. All right, so again, let's get a sandbox. So let me just split this so that we could have that in two places. All right, so okay, so I'll do cd root. cd slash root actually. I'll hit enter. So then I'll do cd into ALS system engineering and DevOps. So I just copy this. So then again we'll cd into this. Copy and paste it here, hit enter. All right, so we are in that directory now. So far we have all of this file created. We stop there. So we're going to look into the next file, which is 9 John Doe. Write a script that sets the mode of the file hello to this. All right, the file hello will be in the working directory. You are not allowed to use comma for the script. So I'm going to take this file name and I'm come here. I'll do vi. I'll put in the file name. So if I hit enter, I'll enter the vi terminal. I'll tap I to enter into a start mode, and remember our first compulsory line of code. So I'll do bin bash. Okay, so after that, so write a script that sets the mode of the file hello to this. The file will be in the working directory. You are not allowed to use comma in this script. So set it to what? Set it to what we have here. So I'm going to explain this. I'm going to explain this so that you can pick something from there. Here, like we said, there are 3 users that have permission here. This is the first one. Okay, this is the first one. Meanwhile, this dash shows that this is a file, right? This is a file. If it was a D, it would be a directory. Okay, so this is this arrow WX, this 3 alphabet here is for the first user, and remember who the first user is, right? Remember that. That is for the file owner. All right, file owner permission. Okay, the file owner. That's for the file owner. That's the permission of the file owner. I believe you are following this. Then you have this second one, the next three. So this one is for file the group permission. So this is for the group owner. The next three is for the group owner. Then you have this, the last one, this -wx is for other users. So we have explained this concept before now. Permission for other users. Okay, permission for other users. Permission for other users. So what are we expected to do here? So for the first one, the file owner have permission to read, write and execute this file. So you have the permission to read, write and execute this file. So here the file owner have a permission of what? We give the file owner we use the digit 7 because he have the permission to read, write and execute the file. What about group owners? For this you see arrow -x. They have permission to read and execute but cannot write into the file. So we give them permission of, we use the digit 5 because they cannot write, they can only read and execute the file. What about the next one? -wx. So for other users, they have the permission to write and execute, but they cannot read this file. So those ones, the other users will have a permission of 3. So what do we add to this? We simply add chmod. Mess this up. Okay, chmod, and we stand for change mode 753. Then the file is called what? Hello. So basically that is what we are supposed to do here. I believe you understand the explanation which I gave. So we're going to do chmod 753. Then the file is what? Hello. So that is that. Basically that is what we expected to do here. That is what we expected to do here. So I will do escape column WQ. So since I've done this, let me just clear here. So I'll make the file executable. If we list, you see that this is the file we created, 9 John Doe. So make it executable, chmod u+x, define name. So I'll hit enter, then I can git add. Like we said, we can add up everything, but we are doing it step by step so that you understand how we come about what we have. Git add, git commit. With our message, we just use the same file name as our commit message, then we'll push. Alright, so we've done that, and the next thing we do right now is to check, to run the check. Alright, it's checked correctly. You see it's all tick green, so you can do the same, follow suitly. If there's anything you don't understand, carefully replay the video or drop a comment in the your question in the comment section. Write a script that said the mode of the file hello the same as Ole's mode. The file hello will be in the working directory, the file Ole will be in the working directory. So go ahead and pick the file name under mirror permission. So I'll copy this and come here and do vi and paste the name and hit enter vi mode and tap insert. And the next thing I'm going to do right now is to write the first line of that code, because it's a script. So I'll do that being bash. Then the next one, what am I going to do? So write a script that sets set the file only that give the permission. So to do that, we do chmod -- reference. So what are we doing right now? Remember what we are asked to do. So write a script that says the mode of the file hello the same as Ole's mode. Okay, so to do that, we do chmod, which stands for change mode, then -- reference. What are we referencing? We are referencing the file Ole and referencing against what? Against the file hello. So that is what we need to do. So once you're done with that, you can escape and do your column WQ to save and quit. So once you are here, you can do chmod u+x, file name, I'll do git add, git commit message, then I'll do git push. So once I'm done with that, I'll come back here and run these checks. I'll run the checks. Alright, so you see that it's all check green. That means what I did was correct. So you can do the same. Please, if you are confused, replay the video or drop your question in the comment section and you get guidance. So yes, we'll move to the next one. Create a script that add execute permission to all directories of the current directory for the owner, the group owner, and all other users. So that is what we are going to do right about now. We are creating a script, and that script is going to add the execute permission to all subdirectories of the current directory for the owner and the group owner and other users. Then here it says regular files should not be changed. Regular files should not be changed. So first is first, I'll copy the file name here and come back here. Let me clear here. I'll use vi and paste. I'll tap insert to enter into insert mode. First, again, we'll put that bin bash, so if I hit enter, alright. So how do I do that? Create a script that add execute permission to all subdirectories of the current directory for the owner, the group owner, and all other users. Regular files should not be changed. So the command we need is chmod. Always remember this. To change mode, we are adding execute permission to all subdirectories of the current directories for the owner, then the group owner, and all other users. So to do this, we are going to use the alphabet A. I will explain that shortly. Okay? Adding execute permission to all subdirectories. Since we are adding execute permission to all subdirectories of the current directories for the owner, so we are adding for the owner, the group owner, and all other users. So that is why we are using A. Alright, I believe you understand that. We are using A because we are targeting the current directory for the owner, the group owner, and other users. And what are we adding? We are adding execute permission. So I use X. Is that all? No. To reference the current directory, I'm going to add a dot. I don't know if you get that, because we are talking about the current directory. Okay, we are targeting the current directory. Since we are talking about the current directory, we are going to use dots. Right, we are going to use dots. And we are talking about all subdirectory, permission to all subdirectories. That is why we are using A. And what are we adding? We are adding execute permission, which is X. Okay, then chmod is to change the mode. Are we done? Not yet. There's something we need to do again. What is that? They said regular files should not be changed. So since regular files, for this, it targets all of them, including regular files. So since we have this already, we could just come here and say we are not targeting regular files. Just use a minus capital R. Don't know if you understand that. You use minus capital R. So which states that regular files should not be targeted. Okay, regular files should not be targeted. So this is the command you need. Once you are done, you can do escape, column WQ. So you can do chmod U plus X, then the file name. I'll paste that and I'll do enter to make it an executable file. So once I'm done, I'll do git add. Dot git commit git commit minus m, the commit message, I'll put that in. Then I'll go ahead and do git push. Alright, we've pushed now. So after doing that, I'll just come back and check my code. Let's check together. Are you ready? So start this check. Start a new test. It's checking. So alright, you see it's all correct. So you can do the same. Alright, just follow step by step. If you are confused at any point, replay it or ask your question in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to give you an answer. So for the next one, more directories, create a script that creates a directory called my directory with the permission 751 in the working directory. Create a script that creates a directory, okay, called my directory with permission 751 in the working directory. So that is exactly what we are going to do right about now. I'll go down, pick the file name, 12 directory permissions. I'll do vi, I'll paste that. Alright, I'll enter into vi and I'll put, since it's script, we are going to add our compulsory first line of code in bash, and I'll go ahead and what do I do here? Create a script that creates a directory called my directory with the permissions of in the working directory. Okay. Okay, so we are going to put in what the command to do this. First, I'll write it and I will explain what is happening. So the command is mkdir, which stands for make directory. Then we use some flags. Here we are using the -m flag. Then we will use the numeric mode of command, and in this case we use 751. I will explain all of this. Then you have my directory. Okay, so let's do the explanation. For the question, it said create a script that creates a directory called my directory with the permission 751 in the working directory. So to create a directory, so mkdir stands for make directory. So it's used to create this directory in this case. All right. Then here we have this flag -m. Okay, so what does this do? What does this -m do? So -m simply stands for mode. All right. -m stands for or you can also call it permission mode, and the option is used with the mkdir command to specify the permission for the newly created directory. Okay, so that is why we use this -m. You know, it's specified the permission for the newly created directory. Okay, then we then use these numeric symbols 751. What do they stand for? What do they represent? Like we said earlier, that you have the permission for 3 users. The first one is this 7. This 7 will represent the group, the file owner. Then this 5 will represent what? The group owner, GO. Then this 1 will represent other users. So that is what they stand for. So how did we arrive at 751? How did we arrive at that? Remember that we have read permission. And for read permission, the value is what? Is 4. Then we have write permission. For write permission, the value is what? 2. Then we have execute permission. And for execute permission, the value is what? 1. So for the file owner, which is that 7, it means that for the file owner, all the permissions were granted. All of them were granted. Since all of them were granted, the total you have here will now, for the file owner, will now be what? You add plus all of this. 4 plus 2 plus 1 will give you what? 7. So that is the 7 we have here. That is the 7 we have there. Alright? For the file owner. Here we have file owner. For the file owner. Then what about the other 5? The 5 we have there. You know, that one is for, like I said earlier, is for the group owner. So the group owner. And remember, the group owner have the permission. What permission do they have? The group owner only have the permission to do what? To read and execute the file. So the group owners, they can only read. They can only read. Let me take this up. Group owners can only read, and the value for read is 4, and they can as well execute, and that will be, the value for that will be what? 1. So if you now sum this up to give you total of what? Total of 5, because 4 plus 1 is 5. Then what about the last one? The last one we have there. That is permission for other users. For the other users, they have only execute permission. And the execute permission, the value for execute permission is what? 1. So that is the last one. I believe that this makes some sense to you. So this place is becoming messy. So that is what we have. Then the name of the directory, called my directory. So that is basically what we have. So once we are done, you do your escape, hold shift column, escape to leave the insert mode, shift column WQ, write and quit. So once you are done, you can then do chmod plus x, then define name. We are making it an executable file. So once you are done, you can do git add dot git commit -m, and the commit message we use the same file name. Then you can do git push. So once done with that, you can then come here and check your code. So as you can see, it's checked rightly. That is checked rightly. So the next thing we are going to do is to move to the next one, to move to the next task. So, and the next one we have here will be, let me close this. Change group. Okay. Write a script that changes the group owner to school for the file hello. So let me clear here first. Come in. Before we do that, let us pick the name, the file name. Then we come back here and do vi. We paste the file name here. Alright, so once we are done, we enter into vi, then tap I to enter the SAT mode, and you remember our compulsory first line of code. Have we done that? Then we input the command, the required command, and it is write a script that changes the group owner to school for the file hello. So how do we change the group owner? This is the emphasis, group owner. Please take note, we want to change the permission for the group owner. So we are changing permission for the group owner to school for the file hello. So since we are not changing mode right now, we are changing permission for group owner, we are going to use the command chgrp, and that stands for what? Group owner. We want to modify the permission for the group owner. And what are we doing here? We are changing the group owner to school. So we are changing the group owner to the name school. And what file are we changing that? What is the name of the file? The file is what? Hello. So just as simple as that. Once we are done, you escape :wq. Then we have to make it executable. chmod u plus x. Then define name. So if I hit enter, at least you see that it's all executable. So I can do git add, git commit -m, the commit message. Then I'll do git push. Alright, so if I hit enter, it's going to push that to the remote. So I'll come back and check the code. Start a new test and allow it to run. Alright, you can see it's all checked correctly. So I'll close this down and unlock the advanced tasks. Are you ready to launch this with us? Alright, so we have unlocked the advanced tasks and we start with them. So the next one is owner and group. So that's what we are going to work on next. Write a script that changes the owner to Vicent and the group owner to staff for all of the files and directories in the working directory. I'll go ahead and clear here first. Alright, then I'll come back here and pick the file name. This is the file name, 100 change owner and group. I'll pick it. Then I'll come here and do VI. Then the file name, I'll paste that. Enter into VI, then tap insert. Then the first line, since you are writing a script, bin bash. Alright, so have we done that? Then what command do I need to do this? To write a script that changes the owner to Vincent and the group owner to staff for all of the files and directories in the working directory. So I'll first write the command, then I'll do some explanations. So to do that, we use the chown, change ownership of this file. Then we use some flags. One of them is H flag, the next is arrow, stand for recursive, and the H flag, which is targeting symbolic links. Then we want to change the owner to what? To Vincent. As well as change the group owner to what? To staff. And lastly, we are targeting all files and directory in the current directory. So since we are targeting all files and directory in the current directory, we use /. Alright, so let me explain this. chown stand for change ownership. We are changing ownership of this file or directory. Then we use some flag. The first one we use is the H flag. What does this do? The H flag tells change chown, change ownership to follow symbolic link. It tells chown to follow symbolic links. Follow symbolic links. If the symbolically points to the directory, it will change the ownership of the directory that the link points to, rather than the link itself. So that is what this H flag is doing. It tells this command chown to follow symbolic links. Alright? If the symbolically points to the directory, it will change the ownership of the directory that the link points to, rather than the link itself. So it's for symbolic links. Alright, then we have another one, which is capital uppercase arrow. So what does this do? This stands for recursive. It stands for recursive. It will change ownership recursively. More like if you want to delete a directory, if you want to delete a directory, use the command -m. If I say file.c, will it delete that? No, I have to delete it recursively by using -r recursive. So this work almost the same, except that we are deleting we are changing the ownership recursively for all of the files and directory in the working directory. Since we are targeting all, so they need to use an uppercase. All right. So to change ownership recursively, Then we have Vicent. What does that do? Vicent and staff specify the new owner and group for the files and directory. So this specifies the new owner. So specify the new owner. In this case, the owner is set to Vicent. All right. In this case, the owner is set to Vicent. The file owner is sent to Vicent, and the group is set to what? Staff. So that is basically what we have here. And lastly, we used /, and that simply means specify the correct directory as the target for the for what we are trying to change, the file ownership we are trying to change. It means current directory. So that is basically what we have here. All right, I believe it's a little clear on this task than it was before. So have we done that? Then we do escape, colon WQ, and once we are out, we do chmod u plus x. Then the file name we are trying to make executable. So I'll hit enter, then I'll do git add, git commit with the message. Of course, I'll use file name as my commit message. Then I'll do git push. Right, have we done that? I'll come back and check. I'll run this check. All right, so it's all checked. It's checked. So we move to the next one. Symbolic links. Write a script that changes the owner and the group owner of hello to Vicent and staff respectively. So that is what we are going to do right now. So for this task, I will go ahead. Let me clear here. So I'll pick the file name as usual. Come here and do vi. Then the file name. Tap start to enter into a start mode. Remember our first line of code. In bash. So for this particular one, what are we trying to achieve? Write a script that changes the owner and the group owner of hello to Vicent and staff respectively. So to change ownership, you remember what we use, chown. We use chown. Then we are going to use a flag. All right, we are going to use a flag, and that flag is what? H. So remember the H flag, it tells the chown to follow symbolic link. If the symbolic link points to a directory, it will change the ownership of directory that the link points to, rather than the link itself. So here they say write a script that changes the ownership of the group hello to Vicent and staff respectively. All right. And remember the file _hello is in the working directory, and the file _hello is a symbolic link. So this H flag does they follow symbolic links. All right, that is why we are using that. So then we are targeting the file owner will be what? Vicent. And the group owner will be what? Staff. You know, they said that here. to Vincent and staff respectively. For file owner, change the owner and the group owner here as used. So Vincent and staff. Then what file are we looking at? We are looking at what? Underscore hello. The underscore hello file. So have we done this? I'll escape. I'll do column WQ to write or save and quit. Then once I'm done, I'll make it an executable. chmod u plus x. Then define name, which I copied earlier. So I've done that. I'll then git add, git commit, -m. Then I'll put in my commit message. I'll do git push. Alright, so you can go ahead and check, run the check. So wait for it to run. Alright, so it's all checked correctly. Please, I'll advise you, like and subscribe if you are getting value from this. Alright. So this, write a script that changes the owner of the file hello to Betty only if it is owned by the user Gwalem, whatever the name is. So I'll go ahead and copy the file 102 only if. Come back here and clear this. So what I'm going to do right away, I'll VI then I'll paste that, paste the name, hit enter to start, bin bash. So what command do I need? Write a script that changes owner of the file hello to Betty only if it's owned by the user Gwalem. So I'll use chown /. Explain this from. Then the name we have there. So we are changing the owner of the file hello to Betty only if it is owned by the user Gwalem. So the owner of the file. So we are changing it to Betty. Then what is the name of the file? The name of the file is hello. So from this, from Gwalem to Betty. Alright. Then we indicate the name of the file. That is what we need. Tap escape. Then we do column WQ. Then we can change, make it executable chmod u plus x. Then the file name, which I'll just put here. So I'll do git add. Git commit -m. Then I'll put in the commit message. Git push. Git push. Alright, so have we done that? Sorry. Supposed to check. So we check our code. Start a new test. So it's checked correctly. So we have one more to go. So let's quickly go over it. I would love you to do this, but it's a little technical. Let me just do that so that I will know that we've completed this. So I'll go ahead and do VI. Write a script that will play the Star Wars 4 episode in the terminal. So by the way, Star Wars 4 is a movie, and copy this. File name. So I'll enter it. I'll tap insert. So it's a script. I'll have to put in this bin bash. So write a script that will play the Star Wars 4 episode in the terminal. So to do this, we use the command we do this telnet. Then we are going to use the server. We're going to open that in the server towel dot blink where the blinking light dot nl. Okay, so let me just do this. What we did here, we are trying to play the movie Star Wars 4 episode in the terminal. So to do that, we are going to use telnet. Then to open, we use this to open a telnet connects, to the server or towel.beaconlight.nl, which hosts a text-based Star Wars movie. So that is basically what this represents. So once you are done, you can do escape with column WQ, and you can make it executable chmod plus x, then the file name. So if I list now, all my files are executable, so I'll just do git add, git commit, the commit message, then I'll git push. So once we are done, we can go ahead and run the check for the last task. It's been a very long journey, all right, but I believe that you enjoyed it. So it's checked correctly. I believe that you enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and if you miss out at any point, please pay attention and rewatch the video, or you can drop your comment or your questions in the comment section of this video. All right, I will want to hear from you to know how your journey is going. By the way, this is just the beginning of the journey. It's a long road, so that is why you need to arm yourself with all of the skills, all of the programming skills you need, so that you can get ahead and do hard things. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.